Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings to all judges and all committees of Gadjah Mada Business Case Competition 2022. We're from team Pasti Bisa are going to present our solutions in helping LingoTalk and LingoJunior in achieving their aim to be the market champion in the market for early age children and primary school students. We offer 3 solutions which are Lingo Up, Lingo Session, and Lingo Over. Here is our executive summary for this case. First, we're going to talk about LingoTalk. LingoTalk is language learning education technology that resides in Indonesia with the goal of providing a language learning platform that may be personalized and customized for each user's needs and preference. LingoTalk has recently launched the new product of LingoJunior, which focuses on providing language learning for early children. LingoTalk has a huge market in Indonesia. As in Indonesia, we have 350,000 units of schools spread throughout Indonesia, with mostly dominated by primary schools. LingoTalk also able to projected a $1.1 billion obtainable market just from 2 islands in Indonesia, which is Java and Sumatra. Talking about problems faced by LingoTalk, LingoTalk identified 4 major problems. The first one is low school willingness to pay, second one is children's low attention span, third one is school acquisition strategy, and the fourth one is tutor quality control. Our group offer 3 solutions to tackle this problem, which are Lingo Session, Lingo Over, and Lingo Up. Every problem must have a background or backstory behind it. Our group able to identify the background of the problems faced by LingoTalk. For the first problem of low school willingness to pay, our group identified the background behind it are first, lack of language curriculum in Indonesia. Second, schools are prefer free programs rather than paid programs. And the third one is risk of unsuccessful program if the school invested in new programs. For the second problem of children's low attention span, our group able to identify the background behind it are first, lack of competitiveness. Second, there's no breaks during the session. And third is lack of fun and attractive features offered by LingoJunior for the student. For the third problem of school acquisition strategy, the background behind it are first, slow sales cycle due to B2B interaction process. Second one is slow approach response. The third one is lengthy decision-making process. And the fourth one is the needs of extra conviction from school in order to take the deal with LingoJunior. And the final problem of tutor quality control, our group identified the background behind it are first, difficulty in standardizing tutor teaching. Second one is absence of teaching fit and proper test. And the third one is no additional language knowledge test for the tutor.
Next, we move on to problem with points. Based on the background of the problem explained before, we break them down into several hypotheses. 1. Schools have low willingness to pay. Schools do not think of the possible consequences in the future if they do not include language learning in their curriculum. It is as if they already feel comfortable with the condition at hand. And then it is found that some parents complain about the lack of language learning at school. Clearly, some schools do not listen to the parents' aspiration. This is a false move, as we should prioritize the students' needs first. And as for the budgets, they may have small budgets allocated to the primary subjects, let alone specific budget for language learning. Because they have to pay for it, they might feel afraid that this program will fail and will not meet its objectives. 2. Tutor quality control is difficult, maybe caused by 2 factors. First, we don't know how the tutors are trained in how to standardize their teaching. This may happen because there might be no teaching tests and no fit and proper tests conducted to filter the tutors. Second, the classes are conducted live. This is where things could go wrong when there is lack of control with no supervision and no medium to give feedback from the users. 3. Children have low attention span because it is in their nature. Feeling bored while learning can be caused by having no sense of competitiveness and having no breaks in between. And then there is lack of features, as it has less appealing reward by only giving discounts on the package offered. Also, children mascot is nowhere inside, as it will be more appealing for students to study because it will pique their interest. 4. The sales cycle is slow due to possibly the fact that there is a long process regarding approaching schools. Because of this, LingoJunior has to take extra mile to convince that this program will work and will help their students to excel at language learning. Here we do our analysis using STP framework, as we see it as the most suitable one for this case. First is segmenting. Due to the fact that Ministry of Education has eliminated language learning from the curriculum, LingoTalk could fill in this blank by providing a medium for students to learn language. Most of edtech companies are focusing on high school or university students, so it is only a reasonable move for LingoTalk to focus on the younger students by launching LingoJunior. And as far as we know, there's yet an edtech language learning collaborating with schools. This would be a competitive advantage for LingoTalk to win the B2B market segment. Then we move to targeting. It is known that there are 350,000 schools unit in Indonesia, which 58% of them are located in Java and Sumatra. LingoJunior could target primary schools, specifically private schools, to prevent the willingness to pay problem as we stated before. Lastly, positioning. In order to pave their way into the language learning market in Indonesia, releasing LingoJunior is the ideal answer. The learning processes are conducted through live session with tutors. Active interactions are important for kids in learning, especially language. So, when people think of interactive language learning edtech for kids, they will think of LingoJunior.
First, we propose a solution called Lingo Offer, which is a school acquisition strategy that associates compensation and policy to attract school willingness to pay and speed up the sales cycle. Seeing how people pay more attention to time constraint in considering time-sensitive offers, this solution utilizes a 21% discount to bring a cheaper price compared to when a customer paid for LingoJunior's group class price. Assuming that one class contains 30 students, this deal is based off partnership with schools, in which if they go on with this package, they will be deemed as LingoTalk School Ambassador. However, to bring a bigger sense of compensation, a 3-day trial is given to the customer if within those 3 days they feel unsatisfied with the LingoJunior program. Also, to engage a faster sales cycle, LingoTalk should utilize a policy in which the deal given with a billing discount should be sealed within 2 weeks after the second point of contact. If previously Link Offer is an effort in collaborating with schools, Lingo Session, however, is a solution with the purpose of catching the attention of potential LingoJunior user parents. LingoJunior here firstly uphold collaboration with schools to hold a session during the parent-teacher conferences. Here, LingoTalk could invite speakers such as Indonesian students studying overseas or working in a multinational company to engage the parents within the context of urgency in learning foreign languages. Here, the parents would cater to this need in schools in which they could convince the school to use LingoJunior or they use LingoJunior by themselves. Secondly, Lingo Session would collaborate with influencers, preferably mothers of children under 12 years old, to promote the LingoJunior product through testimonials or promotional campaigns. Preferably, LingoTalk should conduct partnerships with influencers that operate using Instagram or TikTok, because both platforms are the best platform for audio-visual promotions. Finally, we propose a solution in the form of Lingo Up, an overall tutor, learning, and LMS enhancement in catering a kid-friendly user experience. Firstly, as the first-time perpetrator in LingoTalk service, the tutor's quality must be controlled and standardized towards LingoTalk standards. That is why we propose LingoTalk to conduct tutor training to standardize the tutor conducting the learning process in the LingoTalk way. Secondly, a reassessment test must be conducted solely to ensure the language certificate owned by the tutor is in accordance with the skill of the tutor. For the regular supervision, we advise LingoTalk to allocate some staff to supervise the learning process, simultaneously giving a feedback form to the kids' parents. In terms of LingoJunior's learning process, we propose a Pomodoro technique implementation in which within a 1-hour class, a 5-minute break will be given every after 20-minute session before the last 10-minute review session. Lastly, we see that a sense of excitement and competitiveness should be incorporated into the LingoJunior's quiz in the learning management system. That is why the quiz should be gamified into a story mode, tailoring towards the culture and mystery of a specific language country. After every quiz, the kids would receive a skin that could be customized towards their personal avatar. And finally, for every quiz in the LMS, a leaderboard should be showcased to enhance the competitiveness and excitement of kids. To make this solution work, we create an implementation timeline that's catered in a 2-year span.
And here is our obtainable market projection for LingoJunior. LingoJunior has projected a $1.1 billion obtainable market. At the top, we have the $1.1 billion as the obtainable market projection, and under that, we have $39,426 per school, which is the projected obtainable market per school. We divided $1.1 billion obtainable market with the total number of primary schools spread in Java and Sumatra of 27,900 units. In one school, we assume there is 900 students, and how we get it? We get it by timing 30 students per class, which per grade we have 5 classes, and in primary school we have 6 classes. So in total, we get 900 students. By dividing $39,426 obtainable market per school with the 900 per students, we're able to get $43.807 per student, which is the average price that schools needs to pay. Okay, to sum up our presentation, we're able to conclude that Lingo Offer, Lingo Session, and Lingo Up would be the best solution to tackle LingoJunior's acquisition both directly through schools or parents, product improvement, and tutor quality control problems. It is hoped that after the implementation of the solution, LingoJunior would be the market leader or market champion in the language learning for kids by creating more sustainable relationship with schools by providing innovative solutions and top quality learning process. I think that's all from our group. Hope you enjoy our presentation. Thank you.